I'm here with my friend Christian from Facebook group on our Sun and Moon Facebook group, and what it was is that I noticed this sort of mole that Kate and Megan have in the same place, but Christian noticed that they've got two in exactly the same place. Go on, Christian, you noticed it.
Yeah, it's just below the chin line, the left-hand side, that they've both got the same sort of like birth spot in identical places, and I thought this was a bit uncanny.
But you weren't sure. See, when I said that they were somehow they're the same person, you didn't quite believe me, but you do now, don't you?
Yeah, it seems that way. To have two spots in identical places is a bit uncanny, isn't it?
Well, there's probably three. You showed me another one, but I haven't done that one. But I thought two was enough because it's almost impossible to have two in the same place. Well, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Very much so.
And also, I'm going to show in a minute, but something wrong around Kate's eye. She's got like a ring around her eye, but it's a bit weird, really, to realise that somehow, whether it's just a different, because you see, Megan is a version of Kate. That's all.
Yeah,
so it could still be the computer program. Sorry, it could still be the computer program, and they're just saying, right, well, we'll make her darker here and give her some freckles and give her dark hair. Because I've seen Kate, she's got different coloured hair. She's got dark hair.
Yeah, but that can be altered quite easily, can't it?
It can do all that. All you have to worry about usually is the nose, the mouth, and the eyes.
With my...
And I know it's crazy to say to people that they have exactly the same birthmarks, or whatever you want to call them, moles, freckles. But you weren't sure about what I was saying, were you?
I suppose you can call them birthmarks, but to have them in exactly the identical places is a bit too much, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. I've nabbed you because we've been talking on the phone, and now I've just nabbed you for this video. Because actually, you're the person that told me about the other freckle, and there is another one, probably enough.
And if there is three, it's got to be the same person, isn't it?
It's got to be the same person with two.
Yeah, innit? Basically, yeah.
Especially as I thought it was Kate who was Megan. But on that picture of Kate, she's got a mask over her. So maybe Megan's the real person, the real character, and Kate's the fake one.
They're not identical. What do you think?
I don't know, because Amy worked out that they've got very, very similar teeth. But all probably is with Katie, she's just got a little box guard thing on her teeth. You know, she's got a little covering on her teeth.
I never thought about this. Do identical twins have identical birthmarks? Is that possible?
I don't know, but then there's, you know, like Brad Pitt is a bass player. You know, he's a lot of, and then Anthony Hopkins is another one. You know, and then, you know, the Bee Gees were the Beatles, and Ringo Starr is one of the Bee Gees. It's just, it gets incredible. You know, Bing Crosby played Hitler. It's saying this to a stranger, they'd say she's crazy.
Well, not really.
But it's the truth.
If you watch the film about the Silverbacks or then the Beatles, whatever, and to know that they were replacing Beatles as the Beatles went along, you know.
Yeah, but we didn't realise that. Like, I realise now that, you know, when you've got people like Elvis Presley and even the Monkees, they even told you what that was a television. They were made for the television. They actually told us, but. You know, Elvis Presley was just a character, and the singers were the singers that sang for him. He was a character. Yeah. They gave you a fake life, told you he was married to Marie Presley, and then, you know, one day I was looking at the pictures, and they said that was her holding the, you know, Maria, what's her name, Marie, whatever her name is, the daughter, and it could have been anybody. But in your mind, you'll make that into a story. They give you all this fake history, and you imagine it all, and it's all fake.
You mentioned Brad Pitt, yeah, and there's this other actor who's quite good that joined him in the same film. It's called Fight Club. And when you join the Fight Club, the first rule of Fight Club, you never talk about Fight Club. Well, what I reckon that film actually represents is a cult, a big cult. As it turns out, the film itself revolves about all these people joining, and then you get lawyers, they get judges, they get accountants. You know, there's so many people joining this cult, and you never speak about the cult. And I wonder if that's in reference to the beginning.
Well, all the films have got things in, because right now, with what you were saying, what you thought about how they're trying to deplete our oxygen level, is almost like we're Arnie now on Mars in Total Recall, and he knew the baddies were on the television, and the baddies are on the television. It's almost the same. And then you've got other films like the Truman Family. There's more of them. You know, it's almost like a bit of those films is our reality, really.
What we do. Yeah, they show us what they're going to be doing. And I think when it comes to that Arnold Schwarzenegger film, where they're on Mars and there's no oxygen, and all the people there being kept as slaves, more or less, until they start up the machine and to produce the oxygen. But
they even told us with the moon one that it was fake. It hadn't been to the moon. And it was all done in a studio. They made a film about it. Was it Scorpion 1 or whatever it was called?
Capricorn 1.
That's it. And then in the 60s, they made this short film. It's about an hour, and it had a famous person in it. It's on my channel somewhere, on Sun and Moon, and basically explained that he took this guy because they knew he'd had an affair, so they had leverage over him, and they took him into this room, and he basically said, "We make the news 3 years in advance." And then, there's about nuclear explosions and all that kind of stuff. And he was going, well, how can you do it? I suppose you can do it, can't you? Because we can never go there. And then basically they got him anyway. He said, I don't want any part of this. They said, see you Monday morning. Switched into doing the job. But they actually told you there what they were doing to us. And they probably, like the Watts case, it was Amy's daughter. She said, there's something about Shanann Watts. What she's wearing, her hair, it's the wrong era. That's like the 2000s. Then I noticed that Chris Watts, or a version of him, was with Eileen Womass, and then Eileen Womass ends up being her mother, and so on. And it's like, oh my God, it was like, this is where we were working it out. And I just worked out that the police were involved, the courts were involved, the prisons were involved, the judges were involved, the media was involved, and the politics was involved. But I put politics above, but now I think the media run everything. It's the media. They're in control.
Well, they're part of the big six corporations throughout the world, aren't they? Throughout the socialised world.
What do you think is going to happen? That one day we go poof, and then the veil falls? Because, like we're looking at these pictures here. Kate's got this ring round her eyes, and whatever they've done to her, they've totally photoshopped that picture. And then you've got their moles are exactly the same. Like, is it that they tried to put stuff out to see whether we notice it?
Testing the waters. I call that testing the waters.
Well, do you know what? I got a message on Sun and Moon the other day, and basically I monetised, because I was monetised on Unscrambled, but I monetised Sun and Moon in June last year, and they only wrote to me this week, nearly a year on, and they said, we can't monetise you because your information is controversial and it is harmful to the people. That's why they couldn't monetise me.
Well, anything that seems to touch the truth, on Facebook, on any of the networks, anything that touches the truth is harmful to the corporations, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose, and Google is the globe Earth, so I suppose, and they own YouTube and so forth. But we're not really, YouTube started off where it was YouTube, and I didn't like some of the videos. They were disgusting, some of the videos, lighting dogs alive and all that crap. And then now they've gone the complete opposite way. If you mention anything, you're going to get done for medical misinformation.
I think when they arrested,
they don't even really tell you. It's not like when they say medical misinformation, it's because you said this. They can do anything they want to you whenever they want. They can use anything they want to do anything.
I think the big swing started when Julian Assange released certain information that he shouldn't have, right? He had authority to release.
I've told you about that. Anything that comes through the media is one of them.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's like you've got Edward Snowden on one hand.
How could look, we all like Prince Harry, or we've all liked him over the years. How could he do that to us? telling us he was out now and he wasn't trapped.
Narcissists, they have no remorse. None. Zero. Zilch. Zip. Zot. Nil. No remorse. Yeah? They're trained in that way. Some call them Freemasons, some call them Illuminati, some call them Jesuits, the illuminated ones. They're part of a cult, and they cannot speak, and when they do speak, they end up getting bumped off. You know, you can see...
Well, they don't really get bumped off, do they? They just start playing other people.
Well, there's that too, isn't there? There's that too. You know...
But the reason I asked you to come on was that you are someone that wasn't sure what I was saying. You sort of could see it, but then you spotted something. You spotted something else. You spotted,
it's funny.
They got.
It was funny when you remarked on the spots on the lip, just above the lip, and I thought, hang on a minute, she's got one on her neck, and she's got one on her neck in the exact same place. You know.
So it's not always me that finds the information. It's the member of our community. I mean, the actual channel don't know who you are, the YouTube channel, but obviously I've explained that you come from Facebook.
Before you go, have you met Martin Leakey?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you got his phone number?
I have. Oh, no, I don't think I have anymore, but he doesn't really answer it. He answers the other Facebook.
See, I'd like to have a chat with Martin myself.
Well, I'm supposed to be having a chat with him and haven't managed it. And then he went one day, like on bank holiday, my emails. He said I can only do tonight and no later than about 9. And when I got there, it was 10, and he didn't answer me. And I'm like, no, because I really want to hang out with him.
Yeah, I do. I'd like to go and meet him. I mean, if I have to drive there, I will. Because there's a lot of stuff that I've recognised that he hasn't seen. And the really important bits that I don't want to mention on here, yeah? Because it is exponential to everything that's going on right now, right? And I'm thinking there's a higher connection than just this bloody COVID crap. It's about the mega powers. When I'm saying mega powers, I'm talking about not the banksters, not the corporations, but a higher form, like what we were talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you know what? On my videos, because obviously this one's going out afterwards, I said Henry VII was the emperor. Then I said he wasn't, but there's this 100 years wrong, so it actually could be. And basically, it's got to be England that's probably in control of it all, because all Queen Victoria's children married into those families, the Germans, the Russians.
And went right across Europe as well as abroad. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it yesterday when I found the Tsar of Russia had the Holy Roman Empire banner.
But there is an order they have to stick to, right? Because if they go too far, they start revealing exactly who they are, what they are. And I remember listening to a documentary the other day, and it said exactly that there were certain things that happened within her grandchildren, so to speak, the bloodline, that she would have been happy the way that things have gone on. Yeah, so there is a jurisdiction that they have to stick by. And
well, listening to Harry, it was a bit weird because he was going, they're worried that they're going to turn the press on them and they're going to give them bad news, but I've got out now. I'm out of it. They're stuck in it, but I'm out. You know, and he's talking like that, and you're thinking, cool, if you didn't know he was one of them, it would have been the perfect speech. But most of the speech is about Meghan and racism and so forth, so...
One of the first questions you have to ask yourself, why are they being interviewed by a witch?
Well, she's got numbers on her hand. I put that picture in the Sun and Moon group on Facebook.
She's a witch, and she's been attached to the trafficking around where she is. You know, it's not just rumours, but she's part of the clan or the cult, if you like. And it's been known that she's the witch.
Anyway, we've got to finish because Christian, we've got to finish because I need to go to a hangout now.
Okay, we'll talk again another time.
Yeah, well, you finish it off with You finish off the sentence then, because I've got 4 minutes before I have to go.
Yeah, you have to remember that it was done for television, and what's television? Entertainment, for entertainment purpose only.
Well, basically, they've made us pay to be mind controlled. So we buy the television, we buy the license, we buy the product, you know, Sky or whatever it is, Virgin, and we're paying for the whole thing. We're paying to be mind controlled.
And we're paying for the electricity as well.
Yeah, which we already know that they give you the electricity, you only use a little bit, they take most of it away, and then they sell it to someone else.
That's the one. It's returned back to the source. It never leaves.
It's just disgusting what they do. Oh, by the way, looking at these pictures, you can actually see they've got the same chins.
Yeah, I thought that as well. That's what I was looking at.
Same lips.
It's just too uncanny, isn't it? It's too
But
uncanny.
if I actually said to you before you saw that, Kate is Megan, you're going to go, no, they don't look alike. But they do. Especially sideways, they do.
Makeup, they can do so many things these days.
Well, just changing the colour of someone's hair. No, because it's all done on the television.
Yeah, but have you ever seen them holding hands in television?
No, but what they've made, this is disgusting what they've done. I mean, come on, this is horrible.
I know.
Horrible.
In my case, I learned that 1 and 1 make 2, 2 and 2 make 4. Yeah? Not 2 and 2 make 5. But this is what they're trying to teach people, isn't it? 2 and 2 make 5. It's called confusing them.
Yes. Anyway, Christian, I thank you very, very much. Thank you for helping me do this. I just wanted them to hear that you spotted the other freckle, and it's not just me. You know, other people are doing it. There's an Alex on Sun and Moon group. She keeps making videos, doesn't she, to show the problems that she keeps seeing. But once you see it, you can't but not see it everywhere. But it's on everything you look at.
Yeah, you can't unsee it.
No. But thank you so much for explaining that to everyone.
Alright, bye then.
Bye, darling.
Bye-bye.
Christian has now changed. I've made him turn into Amy.
Oh, that's right.
Hello, Amy. You changed sex as well. You were a man and now you're a woman.
That's right.
I was just telling Amy about these pictures. I usually get you to come and help me, don't I, Amy? And we're just looking at this next picture. So we've done the 2 moles, which you know that that's not real, don't you?
Exactly.
So that's somehow the same person. I don't know how they do it. They're just versions of each other.
Right.
And the next one we're looking at is a picture of Meghan Markle when she's doing whatever, but that hand doesn't belong to that body. Someone stuck that hand in.
Yes.
What you have to do is, if you zoom in a little bit, you'll see that her hand is not the same colour as her body.
Right.
And her thumb looks really weird. So that was the point of that one.
Nice.
That hand shouldn't be there.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, they just stuck it in.
There you have, Amy.
It doesn't go.
Right, we're going on to the next picture now, Amy.
Okay.
So the next one, because obviously I was just wanting to find bits that look like Kate and whatever, but I noticed this picture. And when you zoom in a little bit, you can see that the whole of her breastplate has been put in.
Yes.
Can you see that, Amy?
Yes, I can see that, Karen.
This neck doesn't belong to this. That is a, what do you call it? Well, they've just covered her chest over. Why is that?
Yeah, yes.
This probably means the face didn't go on that body anyway. I told you it's a felt set. Let's put the piggies in with the farmer. Whatever it is, they're just making them up. Let's put a head like this on that body and so forth. I don't know. Most of the pictures are not real. They're all CGI.
Yeah, that's right.
Why would you want to do this to the photograph?
I have no idea.
So what does that mean? When she turns 60, she's going to look like she's 20.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
right.
You can see that, Amy.
Yes.
You can see it when it's viewed out, but it's a little bit clearer to see. Maybe it goes around there, and so the whole of this is not real. Okay, Amy, on to the next bit. Yeah, so we've got this picture of Kate up now. Can you see it, Amy? That ring round her eye.
Yes, I see that, Karen.
So the
Very
whole
strange.
of that is not real. Whatever they've done, photoshopped it, AI'd it. You can actually see that the ring goes round there as if our eyes have been put in.
Yes, exactly.
And it actually was from the picture I took the 2 moles. So this is the picture. So I only randomly went there to get the picture. I didn't know it would look like that. You can actually see the line going round there. It's disgusting, isn't it?
It is disgusting.
You've only got to look at the pictures and you will find them.
That's right.
I'm wondering whether that's Meghan Markle underneath and they put Kate on top.
I know.
What do you think, Amy?
I think that's quite possible. Because, I don't know. I just feel like it kind of looks like Meghan Markle, just the angle I'm looking at it from.
The tin's the same. You already said they put a guard over their teeth so Kate's teeth can look just a little bit whiter and like shaped. They're the same teeth as Meghan's. And don't forget, they've got the same ears. I did that one. It's like she's got Australia, something the shape of Australia in her ear. And basically they matched up. They've got the same. Oh, it's just too many likenesses. I don't even know how they're doing it.
Me neither.
But we actually said that, what we said was that Shanann Watts wasn't real. Something's wrong.
Right.
And, we haven't, like Christian was talking to me earlier and he said we haven't actually seen the Queen live for about 2 years. So I'm wondering whether the Queen's died and digital comes in and they've used digital somehow.
Probably so. Yeah, her eye looks really strange when you look at it. It looks like an overlay or something, like they almost overlaid somebody. It could be that it's made.
But does really every single thing we have to watch be photoshopped?
I know.
Anyway, so that's that picture there. And we're going to do we're going to do Oprah's hands now.
Okay.
Right, this is Oprah's hands. It is a little bit grainy, but what I see there is a 5 and a 7. There's like a 3 and whatever that is. That could be another 3 or a 9, something like that. And it says ×2. There's a 3 here, and then there's another 3 just there, but I don't think it's going to come out on the video because it's a bit. There's the 3. Do you see all those numbers, Amy?
I do see them here.
And look at her finger. It looks plastic, doesn't it? It's like a sausage.
I was looking at that too. It sure does.
Slightly sometimes when you're a little bit more of a distance, you can see. For instance, there's a 5, and there's a 7, and then there's the 29 ×2, 57, and then 3. Oh, and there's another one there. Look, do you see? There's another one there, and there's a 3 just there. If everybody can see it. Crazy or what is that?
It is.
I only stopped. I don't even know why I stopped to take that picture, but when I zoomed in, I could see her hand isn't real.
Yes.
So I hope everybody else can see that. You have the last word, Amy.
Well, their hands are never real. They have the worst time with hands when they're trying to do this CGI stuff.
Yeah, they can't, like when Harry's holding Meghan's hand, it's all wrong.
Yes. But that's bizarre to see those numbers in her hand like that. That's crazy. I don't know what they're doing.
I know, it's absolutely crazy, Amy. Anyway, we'll stop here on this one and we'll go to the next picture. So the last part to this video is this picture here. This is supposed to be them with President Carter and his wife. I mean, look at the size of Carter's feet. But look at the size of his body. They look like little children, don't they? They turned up to them. And don't you think Biden looks a bit like Trump?
I do. Yes, he does.
Right, Tucker.
Yes.
And honestly, you know what someone said to me? They said Biden's wife looked like Esther Ransom. So she was a presenter in the UK, and she became popular because she was bringing to people's attention about smoke detectors, and her whole program was like that. She must have died 10-15 years ago, but she does look a bit like Esther Ransom there, or I don't know how I just don't know. I thought Crystal, then I thought Julie Andrews. She looks like Esther Ransom. But I don't know what those other two look like. They look like a pair of children.
They do. This Photoshop is really poorly done. The way they did it. They've got him so big, Biden and his wife, next to Carter and his wife. I mean, they couldn't have done a better job with this when they stuck him in. I mean, it looks so silly.
Amy likes this one, don't you, Amy?
It just makes me
And do you see in the background there's a picture of President Carter up there on the wall?
Yeah. Yes,
and people said that she was actually Jackie O. Because Jackie O played Kennedy, Carter, and I think she played Marilyn Monroe sometimes.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. Yes, I think so. Well,
I mean, have you actually looked at the size of Biden next to her?
Yeah, I know.
I've got one more thing to look at, Amy. Hang on a second. Oh, I sent them to you, Amy.
Yes.
I need to put them on mine as well. I don't think I've got those on. Oh, I don't want to add. Send to. Oh, add. That one will do. Right. I need to put them in my. They're on my iPad. Right. So. Let's have a look. Who did I send them to? Oh, there they are. They are there. They're on Facebook. Oh, they're there on Facebook. So here we go. Amy, I've sent the pictures to you. Can you see it yet? In the pictures I've sent, can you see it?
Yes. The hand.
Yeah. 1 second. One more. Where's the? Got one more picture, but I don't know if I've zoomed in. Oh yes, hang on, it's coming. So there he is, and then no, he's got like a club hand.
I know.
Or is that like he's a frog or something?
Yeah.
And do you know something? I know that you might not be able to see it, but there are 3 numbers on his fingers, like 278. Can you see that?
Let me see.
The one with the hand.
Yeah.
The bigger hand one. You watch 278. It is.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Hang on. Let me see if I send it to you. So.
I see it.
You see it, the bigger one on the fingers. It says. I'm going to show the people. It says 278. But I don't know if it's going to come out strong enough. But I can see it. Can you see it, Amy?
I can see it. Yes.
But look at his hand.
I know.
His fingers look like it could be webbed, don't they?
Exactly. It's like it's webbed, and then it's like morphed into his leg or whatever.
I haven't done any more to this video. What I mean is that I could have zoomed in a bit more, but I only did him because I don't think we need to do any more, Amy. We're just going through the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going the wrong. Oh, it's going the wrong way. That's why. I'm going the wrong way. I'm looking at other things. I just want to go back to the picture of Biden. I've got to go through the pictures a bit. Kate's eye. Oh yes. Oh, it's now opened up. We're just going to go back to that one because I put arrows around. So hopefully, if you didn't see Kate's eye with the ring around it, hopefully you can see it a bit more on that one. Anyway, I don't really need to zoom in or zoom out. Gillian sent me that. Because everybody's noticed how small the Carters are.
Yes.
I mean, it looks like it's dollhouse kind of stuff, doesn't it, almost?
It does.
I don't even like the way her legs are. Her legs look weird.
Oh, I know.
And then look at her hand. Her hand's not... The one on the armchair isn't much smaller than Biden's, but her body is.
That's right. This looks like a little child, but next to Biden.
Did someone make this as a joke?
I wonder. It almost seems like it has to be a joke, but I don't know.
Hey,
it might be
after all, Amy, there was the itty ditty people.
That's right, Karen.
Maybe Kennedy wasn't very big either, and Biden and his wife are just bigger. We don't think so. That is a photoshopped picture. They were never together in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah,
Amy, do you want to have the last word?
They didn't do a very good job with their Photoshop, I'll say that. Making them look so big next to the corridors. Making the Bidens look like...
Do you know what it looks like? That almost looks like Trump's body, doesn't it?
I thought so too, yes.
Well, the chest bit looks
really
like Trump.
does. Yeah. And like around the mouth and even the eyes and the body. That does remind me of Trump's body, yes.
Tucker.
Yes, exactly, Tucker.
Anyway, they wouldn't want to. I mean, but look at Carter's feet. Look how big his feet are.
Yes.
They're even bigger than Biden's.
That's right.
How pathetic! I mean, then that little carpet under Biden's foot doesn't look right either.
No, it doesn't.
Amy, you can have the last word as we're finishing now.
Oh, okay. Well, gee, I just think it's really, they're really making it obvious as to how much they're tricking us or trying to trick us with their CGI. And you know, most people won't even notice. They would just look at a picture like that of the corridors and the bodies.
They won't even see it. They won't even see the ditty people.
They would say, oh, what a nice picture, how sweet. But you know, but when you really stop and take a good look at it, then you see that it's just all photoshopped and everything. And just gobsmacked about Kate and Megan, you know, that they're
I know, because you've got Kate, who's reserved, puts her head down, you hear her talk, but you don't really hear that person talking too much about herself. Then comes Meghan Markle, it's all me.
Exactly.
And not just that, she grits her teeth. I mean, I didn't notice it all. So basically, you need to watch Meghan at half speed and watch how they don't like things with each other. Anyway, that's probably all just a game. But yeah.
I know.
I don't know where to put this. I mean, like, things aren't like, it's not like they're things like, if this is what they're going to do, just surely everybody's going to wake up and see it and realise.
That's right. But I think they're so engaged in the theater, they're so entertained by it that...
I think, you know, when we saw that video with Oprah when she was with Biden and they showed us it was all fake and CGI and they weren't even in the same room?
Yes.
That's what they do with Harry and Meghan.
Oh, yes.
And also, just look at the size of ex-President Carter's feet.
I know. That is crazy. For as tiny as he is there, he's got these huge feet. I mean, it just...
and they're obviously not expecting us to see it because they cut his hand in and it looks like he's got a web hand. That's because he's obviously got another hand there and they have to cut it out.
Right. Oh, I know. It really looks crazy.
Maybe that's why her hand doesn't look very good over there, because maybe, do you see where her hand is? Maybe she was holding his hand and they've separated them.
Yes.
And they had to give her another hand.
That could very well be.
Because her right hand and her left hand don't look right, do they?
No. No, they don't. No.
Anything else you want to say, Amy?
Oh, I'm just glad that you point this out for us.
Well, today's video, the two beauty spots that are the same, and this was Julian, and Christian was the photograph, but obviously I'd already taken some photographs, so I was thinking of making a video anyway, so I've just put them into a video.
Yes, awesome. Yeah,
I'm glad that we won't look like that, Amy, and I get that. It's just about the size of a dog or something, you know, like, Amy!
I'm glad that Jillian sent you that picture.
Yeah, and it's the wickedness of it all, though, I don't like.
Oh,
it's all
I know.
wicked. I'm sorry, I was talking to Christian about it today. I just said it's wicked here.
It's very wicked here, I agree.
Because basically, there isn't really too much reason why things aren't real. There isn't. I'm sorry. We're not well, we could be computers, but we're not computers and all that. We're human beings. So
That's right.
what was there to shop? But nothing's real. Like we're living in Cyberland. We're in Cyberland.
Yes.
I better not wake up tomorrow and we're in the middle of Tron and we're on the motorbikes.
Yes.
Flying through the internet.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Oh, it's crazy.
It is, Amy. But should we stop on that note, Amy?
Oh, yes, Karen.
Anyway, Amy was laughing her head off when I showed her that picture.
Yes, it gave me
It's one of the most ridiculous pictures I've ever seen. I'm glad that, I mean, we don't know who made that. It could have been the press or it could have just been anybody, but at least we're sort of, you know, when they're brought in, I think it's a bit, I don't know where that came from, but that is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
You know how small they've made Biden, how thin they've made him. Look at him there, he's got this great big chest.
Oh, I know.
Look at the hands. I'm sorry, I think that's Trump. And they put Biden's head on the top. That's probably Marlena. And they put her head on top.
It could very well be.
They're probably kneeling down next to their Christmas tree or something.
That's right.
Well, they're with, I don't know, there's no grandchildren, is there, in their family? But they're obviously kneeling for something else. Oh, it's just a joke. Well, it might not even be their bodies, but it just looks like, if you took Biden's head off and then look at the body, that's Trump.
Yes. That does.
Can't let him go, can they, Amy?
I mean, it's just.
Hey, Amy, should we go for a cup of tea?
Yes.
Oh, Amy, look at the size of the stool. Look at the size of that table with the cups on it, and then next to Biden, there's a stool. Look at the size of that. It's bigger than the table.
You're right.
What it is this could, in reality, in perspective, be a little bit bigger looking than this. But not like that.
Exactly.
That's a Biden-sized stool, but it's not a Mrs. Carter-sized stool. She's in a little chair. Look at her chair.
That's right.
Oh, excuse me while I go.
Yes, that's right.
And we've got no one to report this to.
No, because they're all in one it together.
And the place which should be protecting us, which is the one we're on,
that's right.
Won't say, hey, that does not look right. I'm going to investigate.
Right.
They're promoting it. It's all right for them to mind control us, isn't it?
Oh, exactly. Of course, that's what it's all about for them. Mind control.
Anyway, we're going to stop now, Amy, because we've been going on for 21 minutes. But thank you so much for your time and effort and the laugh. We've had a laugh today.
Yes, I needed a good laugh. So thank you, and thank Jillian.
Hey. And Christian.
And Christian, yes.
Yeah, and Amy.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.